Hi, welcome to my video. In this video, you'll probably see me like upload like this little intro video to my channel, and you'll probably notice that the channel name and banner name is all different. Well, it's because I went back to my original name. Before, my YouTube channel used to be called Tux Linux, and the original name was called iPod Punker, which was because I used to be a home brewer. I used to do a lot of like hacking with Hackintosh systems on PC, like putting macOS on PCs. I used to do a lot of Hackintosh way back in the day. And also, I used to jailbreak a lot of like my iPod 3G back in the day as well. This is a long time ago, like almost 14 years ago, I guess I should say. So this is actually when I moved back from Montreal to my hometown in the Maritimes. So I bought an iPod Punker because it just came out of a relationship with my ex-girlfriend, and I just bought myself an iPod to make myself happy because that's what nerds do. I love tech. Tech makes me happy, so that iPod made me happy. And I've been an iPod user for a long time. I used to have iPod Nano and other iPods in the past. So I've been quite a big fan of Apple products. I like iPhones. I like Mac computers as well. But I'm really getting out of the ecosystem. And I'm also like a very hobbyist. I like different computer systems. I like to put macOS on PCs. I don't do it as much as I used to, but I used to be a big like Hackintosh, open core stuff, and open core legacy patcher for old Mac hardware. I own quite a lot of old Mac hardware as well. I got a bunch of iMacs and Mac Minis and a bunch of old computers. So I'm going back to my original name, not the original, but my original name that I had my channel for a long time, which was called Tux Linux. This actually came from the old community that I used to be in years ago, Factory Linux, and my nickname was Tuxhat at the time because I was a big, heavy Fedora user. I don't hate Fedora, but I'm not really a big fan of Red Hat or IBM, so I don't really care for Fedora, but I do think Fedora is a good system. It's just personally, I don't use it for many reasons, but I like Arch Linux, and I don't like when I'm talking about other systems or using our system on computers. You'll see it in videos. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that I stopped using Arch Linux. It's just I still have it on my hard drive, on another hard drive or another computer, and just I use it when I'm not doing videos. I always use Arch Linux. I'm a big Arch Linux user. I've been using Arch Linux for a long time. And it's not like I complain about the community, but Linux community in general, there's a lot of toxic people. But the internet in general, there's a lot of toxic people. Life in general, there's a lot of toxic people. It's just the way it goes. But yeah, sometimes Arch Linux community, like there is people that could be sort of, But then again, I could be like that myself. Sometimes people call them elitists. I'm not that extreme, but I can be a little bit like, I am a big fanboy of Arch Linux. I do like Arch Linux a lot. So I really talk about it a lot. But I do respect other distributions. I don't hate other distributions. I just prefer Arch Linux more because I like it personally. It works really well for me. It's a distribution that when I first started using it in 2006, and it's just a Linux that I always really like to be on. I started Arch Linux in 2006, but I didn't really use it hardcore. I used it for a while. Then when I lived in Montreal, I just started using Ubuntu. Then my ex-girlfriend, she didn't really care much about Linux, so I had to take Linux off my computer and put Windows. So I done that. So I was just running Linux systems in a VirtualBox, and I played around with Arch Linux a lot as well when I had time to play around with it, because having a girlfriend in your life takes up a lot of your time. So that's why I kind of just stay single for the longest time. I think I like it better. But everybody's different. But I personally I love being independent. I really do. I can just do what I want. play guitar, play my bass guitar, play drums at my mom's place. If I go see her, I should go see her. Or do what I want to do. I don't have nobody controlling me, and I just have a lot of my own space. I like being independent. I'm a very independent person, naturally. Anyways, that had nothing to do with this video. So basically, I'm changing the name to Tux Linux, and that's what it's going to be. That little intro you see in my latest video before this one. That's basically the new intro for the channel, and it's going to be called Tux Linux because there is a community called Homebrew Hub, which is like Game Boy or Nintendo community, and I don't know. I also want like my channel name to get mixed up with another name, so I'm just going to go back to my original name, which is Tux Linux. I may have already said that. I'm probably repeating myself, but that is the new channel name, and that's the whole point of this video. And I will try to get back to you guys with some more video, but right now I don't know what to talk about because I went back to KDE, and I said that in my previous video. I've been testing out the latest drivers for NVIDIA. Version 555 works really well. I noticed a big improvement over the driver 550. And to me, KDE, all the problems that I have been resolved. I find KDE works really well. It's not buggy at all. The copy and paste thing, since I took away history, because by default it collects history of your copy and paste. I don't like that, so I disable it. And I noticed that like it works really well because like when you have history, you clear history. I noticed that when I try to copy and paste like a YouTube link to my Discord server, it wouldn't paste it. It would copy it, but it wouldn't paste it. And it only done that when I cleared the history. So since I just disable it, now it works the way I want it to work. And the workspace switching, I figured out like someone helped me out in the past, and now I have like the workspace working the way I want it to work, like how GNOME works out of the box. So KDE I set up like that, and I think that since the workspace is working the way I want it to work, and I know like the whole experience with KDE for me personally, it's been really wonderful. I think KDE is a really good desktop. I love that they have good consistency with the GUI with GTK apps, and I use the default theme. So like when you use Firefox, it will show the Breeze theme, and when you change the color scheme of Breeze, it will change it also on the GTK Breeze. It's really cool. And I like that it's very consistent, like on all the GUI boxes. So I really like KDE for the consistency of their GUI box, especially if you use their default theme. I really like color schemes. I don't really care about changing the look of the title bar and changing the buttons and make it look like Mac OS or Windows or whatever kind of system. I like to keep it real. I like to keep it OG, and I keep it the way it is. I just change the colors because I think colors what makes things look nice on your Linux or any operating system. I think color does a lot of things, like color schemes. Like it does a lot of nice things with your terminal. As you can see right here, like I just love color schemes. It does really well with your terminal, and this is very much not the way I want it to be. I wonder if that's gonna keep that form, that size. Yeah, okay, there you go. Whoops, I don't want to do that. So like color scheme, this is Caputhin. Caputhin. I don't know how you say that. CATPU. Caputhin. That theme there, that color scheme, is what I use on my KDE terminal, and I also use it on as my color scheme for KDE, which I'll show you guys in a minute. So color schemes, where's colors? Right here. So this is actually the first option also in colors and themes. I like color schemes because it's great. So you can get the color schemes. You can get more. They have all kinds, and you can just search for it too as well, right? So if you type cat poo sim, and it has all of them has, you know, different kind of color schemes, and it has Tokyo Night, and it has a lot of our different color schemes, which I have Tokyo Night, but I like this one better. It's very similar, but it's not exactly the same, but they're very similar color schemes. And that's what I like about KDE is this option here a lot. And I just like that they keep things consistent with window decorations, everything. You can also use like that style, but I like Breeze because it's just the Linux look. You know what I mean? It looks like a Linux system. So yeah, that's basically my video. Until I have more stuff to talk about with Arch Linux or just Linux in general. But we're almost to Linux 7, which is kind of cool, which is kind of crazy in a way. Yeah, and the new NVIDIA drive is working really well. And if I do come across any problems, I will address the issues as well. And also, Pop! OS should be coming out with an alpha of the 24.04 soon. So I will basically test that out on my ThinkPad. I want to see how a Cosmic Desktop is doing. I want to test it on actual hardware. So I have a ThinkPad to put it on. So I will be doing the videos on that as well and give you my thoughts. But I won't be switching to Cosmic when it comes out. I will always stay with KDE because I like KDE a lot. But I will definitely be looking into Cosmic. Cosmic might change me. It might change my mind in the future. But as of right now, I'm not too. I'm kind of like with Cosmic right now. But in the future, who knows? It might become a really great desktop environment. But we'll see what the future comes with that. Hopefully, it doesn't become like a desktop environment. People just kind of like Cinnamon was pretty popular back in the day, and now it's just like no one uses it anymore. I know there's a little hardcore fan base on Cinnamon, but the whole idea of Cinnamon was because of GNOME changed they changed GNOME a lot in GNOME 3, and people did not like the new GNOME shell, which was pretty buggy, by the way. So that's why Cinnamon came about, and that's why the Unity shell came about. But to be honest, I think GNOME is good the way it is nowadays. So I don't really see the purpose of Cinnamon Desktop. I think Cinnamon kind of looks old school now. But that's a personal opinion. If you guys like it, use it, go for it. But I will stick with KDE because I love KDE. I think KDE is really great. Anyways, guys, have a good one. Thanks for the watch. Cheers.